8:26 right now. Animals and great food combined for a great event at the Minnesota Zoo tonight.
I like that. After the break, learn more about the importance of choosing sustainable fish when we're joined by a guest from the zoo and a chef from Oceanaire. Ooh, fancy restaurant.
Very. And later, Garden Guy Dale Case says it's time to get your yard ready for spring in October. Find out what needs to be done to make it better next year. Coming up.
All right, thank you, Tom. We've all heard about the benefits of eating fish, certainly an important part of all of our diets, or at least it should be, according to the experts. But do you know if the fish you're eating is ocean friendly? Well, this morning and tonight, the Minnesota Zoo is hosting its second annual Fish First event, focusing on sustainable seafood. And joining us this morning to talk about all of that is Assistant Director of the Education at the Zoo, Grant Spickelmeyer. Grant,
Yes.
Good to have you here.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Year number 2, you guys were here last year.
Yep.
It was so good. And then I also don't want to, of course, not mention the fact that we have Rick Kimmis here from Oceanaire.
Good morning.
Executive Chef. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Enjoy your food. It's so good.
Enjoy hearing that.
And you're cooking a sustainable fish this morning.
We are. It's something that we try to incorporate into the menu as much as we can. Offer many different choices to the consumer, to the guest. But this is a dish, the barramundi that I'm working with, that we've been working with for about 3 or 4 years, I want to say, if not longer. And I'm doing it in a preparation this morning that's been on the menu for about 10 years since we've been open. We'll be celebrating our 10-year anniversary here in November, so I thought it'd be fun to bring that and do that dish. So
excellent. Now, while Rick is doing that, Grant, explain why fish sustainability is so important.
Well, at the Minnesota Zoo, we're really trying to raise awareness of seafood issues. I think a lot of us go out to get salmon or a shrimp cocktail and don't even really think of where it comes from. And the reality is that 75% of the fisheries in the world are either overfished or at capacity right now. And we just really are trying to raise awareness of that and make people think about where does their seafood come from and is it harvested in a sustainable manner.
Right. So what can people expect at the event this evening?
Well, we've got 6 different chefs from a variety of area restaurants. Good stuff. Oceanaire, Tejas, McCormick & Schmick's, lots of great restaurants represented tonight. And they'll all get tastings of different sustainable seafood. So it may be fish that you may not have thought of ordering at a restaurant before, but we want to show you that there's these great options out there that are sustainable as well as really good for you too.
And Rick, obviously, Oceanaire is known for its great seafood and fish. How does a consumer know if the fish they are eating is in fact sustainable?
Well, I guess when you're purchasing it, ask questions from the fishmonger. They should know where it's from, how it was harvested, and they can help you with that. There's watch groups. I know Grant brought the Seafood Watch Group from the Monterey Bay
booklet,
Aquarium.
And people will be able to get that.
Yeah, we'll give it to everyone tonight.
Sure. And even restaurants, I mean, we take pride in how we educate our staff, and every day we talk about the different species of fish and where things are coming from, and we try to bring in new species of fish and train the staff on that. So ask your server, ask your fishmonger. Again, there's a couple organizations.
And this shows you the best choices, good alternatives, and then in the red, those you want to avoid. So that certainly keeps you aware, certainly if it's sustainable or not.
Yes.
And let's talk about the dish we're talking about.
Oh, this is the barramundi, and what I'm doing here is we're just basically pan-searing or pan-roasting it. I have the barramundi fillet here, just lightly seasoned it with a little olive oil, salt and pepper, and we're just going to go into a nice hot non-stick pan. We're going to sear that up. This dish has a couple components. It just kind of brings lots of different flavor elements into the dish. One of the components is we've taken fresh horseradish, browned butter, and browned the horseradish in that browned butter. So there's kind of a lot of nutty flavors in there, and
kind of a stringy consistency.
Yep. That's the fresh horseradish. And you can smell it. It's a little bit of the aroma from the brown butter.
Clearing up my sinuses right now.
That's the fresh stuff right behind you. This is another element that we're going to do. This is some fresh spinach that we've wilted with a little bit of bacon fat and bacon, a little bit of whole butter. And then the third component, another component, is a beet puree. These are beets
that a little bit of a sweet taste.
Sweet, a little bit of vinegar to it, and that's kind of room temperature. So then you have another temperature contrast going on that. So it's a really simple presentation. I have one that I've seared off.
I'm going to grab a fork and get ready right now, Rick.
Start with our beet puree.
And I think we're going to have this recipe on myfox9.com for people if they would like to attempt this at home, if they don't come in to see you at the restaurant there, Rick.
our spinach and a piece of fish here that we've seared off.
And then, of course, searing it keeps all
Yep.
the flavors and the juices inside.
Yep, and you can do a piece like this.
Am
will
I
take
ready
about
to go
8
ahead and
minutes.
take a whack at
let's,
this?
Let's, we got to get the butter on there.
Oh, yeah, the horseradish.
It's, that's the horseradish butter. Now, go ahead, you can dig into that. But at the restaurant, we take these beets and we curl them and we fry them,
look
and
at
that
that.
just gives it a nice little.
Oh, I'm
nice little
thinking
color.
this is sustainable stuff over here, and that's actually something to eat. All right. Look at that.
And that's our barramundi.
I'll just be taking that right over here.
It's a good way to start.
Sorry,
the
Grant,
day.
you're going to have to get
That's
your
all
own.
right. I'll get them tonight.
All right. Grant Spickelmeyer from the Minnesota Zoo and chef, the executive chef over at Ocean Air, Rick Kimmis. Gentlemen, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having
Thanks.
us.
Let's talk about the information on tonight's big event. It is the Fish First event, and you can log on to mnzoo.org to get more information.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, thanks, guys.